why would I want to exist in a world or participate in a world where it's almost required to be fake? To suppress yourself, then to suppress others and condemn them when you see them being themselves. Like, no, I don't want any part of that. And I keep thinking the same thing over and over because I see everybody else doing it and I can't avoid it. Also, I can't participate. I can't engage myself with these people because even to have like a conversation, it would require me to change myself and do some kind of performance of small talk. And I'm not here to reaffirm somebody, to fulfill some kind of expectation so that they can easily identify me, put me into a slot in their mind that makes some kind of sense, that fits into the narrative that they've been given. No, I don't want any part of that. And it's so weird. Like, it's so weird being in this world and seeing people who are like suffering, people who are on the streets. And then we just like walk by them. We say, oh, I'll pray for them. I hope they get help. I hope whatever. Like, this system has got people so freaked out and so stressed out that they have like tunnel vision. The only thing they could think of is their own survival. Because it's set up that if you lose focus for 1 second or deviate from the normal, your whole like life is at risk. At least the one that, you know, you familiarize yourself with, the one that you're used to. So it's like very delicate. And it's something to be clung on to, but like I don't want to like have to like cling on to anything to like to exist. Like, that's anything that's urgent or like there's pressure or no, that's not right. That's not right. That's not how it should be. Like, this is like weird. This is weird. This is weird. And it's weird that like I'm on a phone and then I'm like on the internet making these videos, having to like reach out to anybody who might come across this, who might resonate with this, but then like no one in my personal life, all the people I met like throughout my life up until this point, like for the most part, or for one reason or another, like they weren't like safe, or they were like like it's just, that is so shocking to me. I used to think like maybe it's just like the environment. Maybe, well, it is, but maybe it's just like this environment, this particular environment. But now I realize that all over this world, all over this planet, things really aren't that different. Honestly, from what I've seen at least, and I've watched a lot of people visiting and a lot of people coming from, not visiting, but a lot of people posting about their lives in other countries and different communities throughout different continents throughout this world. And there is like this deep sadness that is like very familiar, that's like the same thing across all of them, and everyone's like has this rush to survive. While some people, yeah, like some communities, maybe it's a little bit more laid back, but still, there's still this hierarchy. There's still this system, capitalistic system, and it's that utopia that like gets made fun of. Like, I don't like calling it utopia, but a world where there actually is peace and there's no scarcity, there's no dependency, there's no hierarchy. Like, that's real. It's possible. It's not it's possible. Like, it's not just like, this is unnecessary. Like, this is so unnecessary. And I'm just like frustrated with the fact that, feeling frustration that people will like to make an excuse that, oh, but like human nature, or oh, like this is, we just have to do this, or we just have to do things this way. Like, no, we don't. No, we don't. I mean, aren't people sick of like playing these roles? Like, I don't. I shouldn't have to wait for anybody either. I hate having a mindset that feels limiting, where I feel like I need to rely on another person for something, that I need other people, like many people, like to like come together, or like come to some kind of conclusion or do something different. Like, why do I have to wait for anybody else? Because for a long time, it feels like I've just been waiting. And then I feel like I had to basically kind of go into like a hibernation or like a coma of sorts. I felt like I was frozen. And now I'm like thawing out again. And uh, this is frustrating. And now I feel like there's definitely a lot more people, at least visibly, who are being themselves. They're pushing back the fear, if there's any, and they're speaking their truth. They're speaking the truth. And I guess I'm just expressing just this frustrating feeling of I just feel like it's been a long time, and I'm done with dealing with all this uncertainty and this unnecessary stress and projections, and I'm feeling tired of it. And I'm making this video because I'm in the middle of that transition of trying to figure out, where do I go from here? Because I can't be stuck in this like middle, like in between, like forever. Like, this is getting a little crazy now. um like, I don't like this. Like, I feel like I have one foot here and one foot there, and I feel like I'm being like pulled. I'm not really being pulled, but it just, I want something new. existence is vast. It's never ending. It's infinite. And I feel like for quite some time I've been dealing with something that is the opposite of that. It's cyclical. It's the same thing over and over. I don't want to be a part of that cycle. That's not where I belong. And I'll admit, the uncertainty of what comes next, it's scary. It's really scary. I feel that fear. It can be overwhelming. But I know that this is good because I'm letting go. I'm letting go of all the lies, the illusions, the beliefs, the programming, the conditioning, processing the trauma, remembering the trauma, remembering everything that happened. I have to. I have to remember. I have to feel it. And it hurts. It really hurts. But I know it's worth it. Because I'm done. I'm done dealing with that. It's over. The nightmare is over. It's over. It's done. I choose a world with no scarcity, no dependency, no hierarchy, no threat, no danger, no shame, no fear. I just imagine a world where people can talk to each other. You could just go up to somebody and talk to them, and it's safe. Nobody is looking to judge you or shame you or condemn you or hurt you or manipulate you or lie to you. And they themselves aren't afraid to hide or to be something they're not. And it just feels good. You just talk to anybody and people are genuinely kind because they're free. They are themselves. They're not the programming that was installed in them. They're not defined by the trauma that was inflicted on them. Because I just think about what I've been living in up until this point and how crazy it is that people are working crazy hours in crazy environments with people who have very toxic behavior, and then they go home stressed, exhausted, and they stay inside. They don't talk to anybody because they can't, because then they can't be themselves, or they're too drained from being in that environment that required them to perform. And then there's people who are just constantly performing and that aren't necessarily safe to be around, and it keeps people isolated. because they believe in lies. So then they reinforce those lies within themselves, and then they have that really like chaotic, toxic, and dangerous behavior and try to hurt others. And it's just a stupid cycle. I'm done with it. I'm done. It's dumb. So what comes next? How do I achieve that world? Because it exists. Because I can already think about it. I can feel it. I can imagine it. Like I could feel it. I could feel how it makes me feel. Like and that is real. That's real. So but like I'm in this physical environment, so that's something that I'm trying to figure out. How do I transfer this into my physical reality that I exist in? Because I know it's possible.